they're sitting at home right now watching
this is Tom Cartwright telling you
and they're thinking to
on
themselves,
January
he's
the
in jail and we're
26th.
happy.
This is
They're
for
sick people. They're psychotic people. They don't understand how torturous it really is to hold somebody in a cage.
Chris's girlfriend on public.
Words can't describe it. And what they're doing to him is terrible. What they're doing to you is terrible. What they're doing to everybody
Chris is in
involved
Harrison
in the
County,
movement for freedom is terrible,
Indiana
really.
jail.
It's a weaponization of the legal
He
system.
Got 2 charges against him.
I'm to the point where I don't see where the legal remedy for this is. I mean, I truly don't understand. There's no way that we can get these people to give Chris his time back, to give him his time with Tiffany back here. And the only way that stuff like this is bought is either through a hell of a lot of time in jail or through, just suing these people. That's my personal opinion.
I figure the one that filed the charges against him is JJ, like I said. So, go to YouTube.
You guys have got to follow this tort claim. We've got to get the wheels moving along. We've got to start suing these people.
Look for public safety.
Even that isn't enough, really.
Click the bell. So
I know that I wanted to come up and say my opinion on it, and let me know in the chat.
And look at other videos that for public safety.
Chris has got to get out of jail. Number one priority. That man is being tortured in jail right now. This is terrible for him. He says he's all right for our benefit. He says he's doing all right for our benefit. He's not. I promise you he's not. I think he's got to, hate me or not for this, I think he's got to sign those extradition papers. I think he has got to get out of jail. He's got to go to Kentucky, but he doesn't want to do that on the weekend. I think he's got to do that during the weekday, because in my experience in jail in Kentucky, they hated me, but they said, the pretrial officer, he works 24/7. He sets the bond. He sets the bond, basically, before a judge sees it. On a weekday, a judge sets it. It's all going to be set according to schedule. So I think he's got to get over to Meade County. Hopefully he can stay there for a matter of hours, because the guy's not trustworthy. The guy's unhinged. This guy should not wield, look, nobody should wield power over another human being, but this man is especially unfitting. And so, to minimize the risk, I think he should go over there. He should get into the jail and bond out as soon as possible. And the way that he's really going to do that, guys, because these guys have been weighed down with attorney's fees, I think that we should all donate. I know that I'm going to send over a $20 donation on Cash App to them. We need to get some donations headed to them on any way possible, so that we can, 1, get his bond raised. Number 2, when his bond is paid, we need to get an attorney to file this claim, because that's the only way that these people are going to be affected, and even that won't affect them. Because if you live in Meade County, if you live in the state of Kentucky, you're going to be the one paying. That's a fact. These people aren't going to pay at all. So with that, guys, I kind of came in off the road. I'm going to get back onto the road. Thank you for letting me talk. But I agree with everything that you and Rogue have said. You guys are killing it reporting on this. Keep reporting on it. They want us to be silent. So with that being said, I'm going to leave, all right?
Thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
I agree with what you said, too. It's time to go ahead and start making some bigger moves than what we were making, and we need to absolutely make them understand that we're not going to go away.
Yeah.
And that they are going to be held accountable one way or another.
Now, there's 2 ways that we can do this, the easy way or the hard way.
Real quick before you get off, Craig, because you said you were in jail in Kentucky, so and I don't know about this in Kentucky, but I do believe he's out on bond already for Meade County. Is that right, Tiff? So if he goes back there and he gets another bond, they might revoke the first bond. A lot of instances, they won't let you bond out if you've got 2 bonds going. So that's something I think we should take into consideration. I don't know.
That's something that went over my head. That's a very good point. They do that in Indiana. So
and they do it down here in Florida.
Yep.
So
that's a good point. So that, with that being said, pretty much everything I just said could be null and void out the window.
Right, because he could sit in Meade for a month waiting on the
That's
judge to
unacceptable.
hear his case. Now, from what I understand, what I saw in the paperwork, it looks like February 7th is an arraignment date for him there in Meade County. I don't know
Yes,
if that's
that's for the criminal charges that they gave him paperwork on after our pretrial hearing over
so
the Whited incident.
Yeah, that's not to do with this new charge.
No, nope.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, little things that could go wrong. There's a lot of little things that could go right. It's going to be hard to say.
I'm not privy to the whole bond thing. Like, I haven't learned about it. I've only been in jail the one time that everybody, got to witness me being arrested for the first time. And
well, like I said, the same thing about jail. If it's not something that affects the public health, like if you're talking about a serial killer, obviously put $1 million bond on it, right? But if you're talking about the majority of people that go to jail, let's ROR them, right? ROR them. If you think there's so much of an issue, put an ankle bracelet on them. But
see, we were released with a $0 bond, but we still. Oh, I just thought of something. I'll have to get with you guys after we finish with the live.
Well, there's so many factors that could play into it. Ultimately, it's the worst. This is one of the scariest moments right now in this man's life. It's unimaginable for me. I mean, I know what I go through, but this is scary. I mean, he's going into a jail. He's looking at going into a jail where the person who runs it is against him. That's terrible. I'm scared for him myself. It's not good. It's certainly not good.
Right, and facing a felony charge at that. Like a misdemeanor, no sweat. But now you're facing a felony charge. And I'll tell you, a lot of times they'll slap you with a felony charge just so you'll plea out to a misdemeanor later, right? And even for rights activists such as ourselves, I've taken a deferment, when I did that sticker on the traffic sign, because I had broken the law. I knew I broke the law. They caught me. I'm going to do my time, whatever. But, when you're talking about giving up your freedom, you're giving up your time, which is the most valuable asset that we as human beings have, right? Forget money, forget drugs, sex, whatever. Time is something that we will never get back. This day at this time will never come again, right? So we have to spend our time wisely, and they just eat up our time. They eat it up when we go out to audit. They eat it up, putting us in jail for fake crimes, and then, they want to eat it up more, having us try to fight these false crimes. Yep. I've always been a proponent of not getting arrested while you're doing your auditing, right?
Oh, yeah.
To me, the perfect auditor is someone who's, not ever getting arrested, right? That's the perfect audits, because you're exposing what you need to expose. There are rights violations that are happening. Even if you're not going to jail, you can still file claims on those charges. You can do basically everything you could do getting arrested and still not get arrested. Because once you're in that system, they don't like to let you go, man. It's like when you see your hair, your ass is stuck.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers.
We need to help Chris out. You make a donation to him, he has to pay for his lawyer. There might be a bond. Donate to his YouTube channel. Subscribe to his channel. Hit the bell again. Get all. So please do that.
Well, I will say, regardless of what avenues are presented, whatever Chris wants to do, I'm going to stick by his side and I'm going to support his decision. And whatever he decides to do, we will figure it out. If he wants to a plea. So if he ends up having to stay in there for a month, then we'll figure it out. We're not going to just throw in the towel that easy.
And Chris will be all right. Chris is one tough guy, so he's going to be just fine in jail. I mean, the only problem is that as honorable a man he is, the people that don't like him are not, that you're not share in that honor. So they're cowards. They're cowardly people. These
let's
people
help Chris out. Please, let's help Chris out. Where's the DOJ and some FBI? They violating his
They are
rights.
the worst people in the world. This is the biggest problem in the world, in America right now, is the fact that the state, they hate you. They hate you. And if you go and you try to expose what they're doing, they will do exactly to you what they're doing to Chris Reader. This is an atrocity. This is disgusting. I'm just sitting here. After you made that point, Rogue, I mean, I'm just sitting here like lost. I was like sitting there thinking, no problem. We'll get him over to Meade County. We'll get him out. But thinking about that, he's already out on a bond. So yeah, like they're really trying to screw him.
Yeah. I mean, I had thought about it, but I hadn't really thought about it.
Yeah.
Right. That's something Yeah, you want to definitely talk with the lawyer about that, because, again, I'm not well versed in Kentucky law, but I do know that in Florida, if you're out on a bond and you get arrested on another charge and you have to bond out again, they'll revoke that first bond and they won't give you another bond on it. So they'll make you sit in jail till your trial or whatever. So, and that could take, upwards of 8 months or a year for the trial, you never know. So, like I said, all we can do is hope for the best and, do what we can to make sure that that doesn't happen, and reach out to who we need to reach out to
me, I consider
try to redress them and let them know, hey,
warrant
something's wrong here with this
to
picture.
get even with
and again, who's to say what's going to work or what's not going to work, which again is so important in not going to jail. But even Chris wasn't trying to go to jail over this. It wasn't like he was in the building and they told him to leave and he was like, F off, you know what I mean? Like, they came after him with these charges that were, as far as I can see so far, and probably once I get the probable cause affidavit, probably made up. You know what I mean? Probably just straight made up. Or just, misinterpreted,
The thing that is just absolutely irritating is it wasn't just us auditing. We were absolutely trying to get his court records that he needed to go to court.
I know.
That's the thing that pisses me off the most about it, because they keep saying, oh, well, you shouldn't have been there auditing. And I was like, dude, we weren't auditing. I was like, we were recording, obviously, and I was live, obviously, and I'm grateful that I was, but it was that instance that you guys flipped out about was us getting court documents. Absolute, without a shadow of a doubt, legal business. So.
Well, yeah, and the reason that they flipped out isn't because you guys were recording or because you were there for court business. Is because they were corrupt and they most likely falsified the paperwork that you were there to get in the first place.
Yes.
So this is why the volatile reaction. This is why they're so volatile. They know that they're criminals. They know that they're most likely going to get caught. But they know that the longer that they can keep you shut up and that they can keep you in the system and just going through the jumping through the hoops, they're good. They're keeping their position. They're good.
That's why everybody needs to understand that it is absolutely the most important thing to document everything that you do, and that you have a way to be able to replay it, because this happens a lot more than, what anyone actually knows, because people don't record, they don't audio record, they don't have that proof, and, the other people that have the proof can easily make that disappear. So everyone,
I would say there's probably a whole host of people in Meade County who's been railroaded in some form or fashion like this that have never recorded. And see, what happens is that when you don't record, now Chris can't use those past recordings of that same behavior as a pattern of behavior, right?
Yes.
So if you got a recording of somebody that acts like this every time a citizen comes in there with a camera and they're putting false charges on, all these other folks, then you have a pattern there, right? So that's why they don't like us recording. That's why they don't like us filing complaints and then checking to make sure the complaints actually made it into the officer's jacket, because that leaves a trail. And once you get a trail going, it's hard to deny, right? Hey, this officer had 15 complaints last year. He's involved in 7 lawsuits. Can we afford this guy? You know what I mean? Those are common sense questions that city councils should be having. Can we afford this guy? This guy's cost us $300,000 extra in lawsuits. Can we afford, to have this guy around, or get him trained or something? But
please subscribe
training
to
would be
Public
probably
Safety,
ideal
and
before they
please
go out
help
and
this
start,
young man out.
creating all this chaos. But
He's going to need money for bond.
some people like to put the cart before the horse, I suppose.
Let's give shout-outs here to Tim Mohan as a new member. Michael Tripto, $20. We're here for you and Chris. Tube Socks with the $2. Tube Socks with a membership for a month. Stephen Wilkie for the $4.99. If I learned one thing, it's that I will never move to Kentucky. Must be the most crooked state in the good old US of A. Pepper Brooks gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Pepper.
Wow.
King Bluto for $10. Thank you, King. And OG Goon Squad for $2. Michael Kaiser is a fake soldier and not a patriot. Absolutely. OG Goon Squad, best of luck, Tiffany. Stay strong, and Kaiser sucks. OG Goon Squad for $5 saying rage donation. Thanks to Fraudit Wrangler and JJ. I could donate all day for this fun. So thank you guys for supporting
I love
Tim
you guys.
and Chris in this time of need.
Thank you guys so very much.
I don't know if I am or not, but I can't mod when I'm on StreamYard. But
what's going on?
This is what we all come together for. This is what we all come together for, to fight, right? Because there's not enough warriors on the front lines. So just like the government supports its warriors out there beating up on us, we have to support our warriors out there fighting and being on the front line, because they're taking away freedom, and regardless, if it's a couple of bucks, it's a couple of bucks. It's not the same as a man's freedom, right? It's not the same as Chris being out, because no matter how much money I donate to Chris, he'll never get this day back in his life. This day is gone from Chris's life. His only memory of this day is 3 shitty hots and a bumpy cot. Right? That's his memories of today. When his life flashes before his eyes, he's going to see 3 shitty hots and a bumpy cot when it gets to this day, right? And no amount of donations is never going to take that away. Right. So,
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise.
So please donate to Public Safety. He's in jail in Harrison County, Indiana. He goes to court Monday, I guess, on his expedition. So he needs your all help, people. Please donate to his channel. He got the best lawyer in Kentucky. You won't live in Kentucky, especially in Meade County. That's a crooked county. It's probably JJ. It probably filed those charges against Chris. So you all please help Chris out for Public Safety. Go to his YouTube channel and subscribe to it.
We have to understand what's important and what our priorities are, and where we need to put support at, and who behind, And I myself would much rather
Please
give
share
it to you
this video
than give it to some of
if
the
you
other
can.
people out there.
Please subscribe for
Because to
public
me,
safety.
you guys are actually
Hit the
fighting for
thumbs
change.
up.
You're actually doing good
He
reporting
went to Meade
on
County
stuff that needs
to
reported.
get
You're digging into the
papers for
facts,
court. That's what
stuff
started this
like
whole
that.
bullshit with
Everybody
JJ
that talks to me, Chris
and
talks
all
highly
that.
of me, but I can't talk highly enough about Chris and the work that he's done since he's got on the scene. Just amazing stuff. He needs to be recognized for that and not persecuted for that, right? This Meade County, instead of arresting him and putting out warrants for him, should be erecting a freaking statue to the guy. That's what Meade County should be doing. But they're not.
By the way, that is so true. Chris has proven so effective in this arena that they're probably shaking in their boots thinking about what's going to happen once their turn for accountability comes around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When's the FBI going to get involved in this, and DOJ?
It covers an area that needs covered down there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When I first started going out of state, people said, "Well, Rogue, why are you going out of state? There's corruption in Florida." And I was like, "Absolutely, there is. But there's also 20 other auditors in Florida. I'm going to Mississippi. There's like 2 auditors there, maybe, right?" And so I don't mind other communities, other states, when their citizens there haven't, reached up and grabbed hold of what freedom is, what it takes to have some freedom. And I don't mind going out there. And when I'm out there in these instances, I take those guys and I take them with me. And I let them, come along with me. I don't mind. Hey, I'll do the talking and you can sit back and watch and learn and get a better handle, because it's all about confidence out there. It really is. And if you don't know the laws and if you don't know where you're standing is where you're supposed to be,
also, you can go to
your confidence
Craig
will melt
and
away and you'll
YouTube
obey unlawful orders
site.
and you'll get arrested. You got to be confident in what you're doing. And when you're confident and they know you're confident,
This
that's
is
when they back
Tiffany,
down.
Chris's
Right?
girlfriend.
When you're spitting the laws at them, that's when they
Right
start
now,
to back
Chris
down. That's
is
when
at Harrison County Jail in Indiana.
dumbness meter goes off and says, "Hey, this guy knows a little bit more than I think he should know, more than most citizens I run across know. So maybe I better watch myself. Plus, he's recording me, So,
Yes. I kind of like the way that me and Chris do things, because everyone automatically assumes since I'm quiet, I'm the weakest link. I love that.
They certainly get to be more scared of you than of Chris after hearing your angry voice, we'll say.
I've had a couple people tell me that, and it's kind of funny. I never thought that I would ever hear that in my life, because I'm half the size of Chris, and I have to literally almost scream and project my voice for people to be able to hear me. But they hear me, and that's the important thing, I think, at the end of the day, because that's how we can start the communication. And whenever something goes right and we communicate and everybody learns from it, those are the best situations that we run into. And those are the ones that I love the most, that aren't dramatic. I don't like to yell, but those are not happening frequently enough. What we are going through right now, what Chris is going through right now, this has been the common, what you see most often. And one way or another, we've got to make that change, because, if we are getting treated like this, then so is everyone else. Just because it's not publicized and just because they're not recording does not mean that they are not getting the exact same, if not worse, treatment.
Well, certainly more publicized than it would have been 50, 60 years ago. This is what really scares them. We do have power, by the way. And what we're doing right now is expressing it. And so do all of you watching as well. So.
Guys, I got to take off. It's dinner time. So thanks, OMC, for letting me up here on the panel with you. Craig, always a pleasure to see you, buddy.
Thank you for
Thanks for covering.
Thank you for your kind words. And thank you for reading off all of that over there because I can't hardly see it. I'm going to have to go back behind and get it done one more time. But thank you so much, Rogue, for coming up. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. And thank you for what you said. And, you know, Chris and I love you, your family, just like we love everybody out there in chat watching. And you too, Craig.
All right, guys, I'll see you.
All right, we'll see you later, Rogue.
See you later.
All right, Tip, I think we should wrap this up. I think that we've told everybody what we need to, but you're doing a great job, Tiffany. Thank you for covering your husband's case so vigilantly. I mean, this is what you two are both going through, and that's something that we all can't forget is that they're both going through this. She's without her significant other right now, and this is unacceptable. Free people don't have to live like this. We are not free. So thank you all for being here, guys, and thanks for supporting Tiffany, and thanks for supporting Chris in their fight against this tyranny, because that's exactly what it is.
And thank you so very much for coming up here and doing this with me.
My pleasure.
I went back and I see Mobile Crime Fighter did a super sticker for $1.49. Thank you for that. You guys can hear my voice. My voice is starting to go out because I've been on the phone for 2 days straight. Psycho Nut says, "Where's Chris?" Chris is still locked up in our local county jail. Well, there's going to be a time for us to raise hell, and it's not yet, I don't believe.
I would.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free.
Chris is in the Harrison County Jail. Where's the news media at? This is news for Kentucky. Where is WAVE, WHS, WLKY, WDRB? They need to cover it. I consider what they call a spike warrant. But anytime like that, record everything. Everything Chris and Tiffany does is videotape. So if you can, donate for public safety, where he can give some more money to the lawyer, and also maybe money on his bond. Tiffany will probably come back on Monday. You know, Chris is going to be in danger in Meade County Jail since JJ's in charge. He probably get the hell beat out of him. So, you know, where's the DOJ? Come on, DOJ. You step in. You all should done been investigating JJ. And the FBI should step in. KSP ain't gonna do a damn thing, so people, please go on public safety YouTube page.
But say that.
Yeah, it's certainly not time for Tiffany or Chris to raise hell. I mean, they've got the boot on their throat. But if anybody's local to Meade County and they'd like to go out and redress their grievances, I encourage them to do so, because it's your right, and these people need to hear what the people really think, because
we
the
the people,
and we outnumber them like 100 to 1. So it doesn't hurt to remind them that.
Right, and they need to have everything that you see that they're doing wrong. It needs to be brought to their attention, just like, you know, a supervisor in a factory position or any position would bring it to your attention if you're doing something wrong. You guys are paying the salary. You guys are the supervisor. You need to let your employees know when they are not doing their job right. That's our job. And I feel like we slacked off of our job for a bit too long. We got to be a bit too kind, looking the other way and being nice. So, it's time for us to get our, what would you call it, our community situated. And everybody knowing what their job
for
is.
us to wake up and realize what's happening, because we didn't let it get to this point. These scoundrels, they took us to this point unwillingly, and now it's time. I mean, you can get bullied so much. Your lunch money can get taken so many times, but eventually you have to stop. You have to say enough is enough. We're done. We're done letting you guys do this to us. So definitely let them know what you think. Verbally communicate your unhappiness to them. Let them know exactly what you think. That's what we're encouraging you to do. We're encouraging you to redress verbally your grievances with your government, as is your right. So, but with that being said, Tiff, I'm going to hop off here, all right?
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to say a few more thank yous, and I'm going to say goodnight, too. And I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. And, all right, Odin says, here's some Norwegian currency for your support. Stay strong, Tiffany. Chris will be back soon. Yes, I know. Can't be soon enough, though. I miss him. I miss him a lot. But thank you so very much, Odin. And everyone else, I'll go back and I will read what everyone put in the chat. I'll read that again, like later on tonight. And I'm having to use like my manual stand, so I lost you guys. Hang on. I let my gimbal die, so. All right, I'm not seeing any more. If I happen to miss a super sticker or somebody, purchasing memberships or buying memberships for everybody, I apologize. I did not mean to overlook you, and each and every one of you, whether you did a super sticker, super chat, memberships, or you were just here watching or commenting, Chris and I absolutely love each and every one of you. We would not be able to do what we do if we didn't have you guys. If we didn't have you guys being eyes on us and keeping us safe that way, or just supporting us the way you do, whether it be kind words, comments, critiquing us and helping us become better at what we do, and everything else. We love you guys, and see you again soon.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another until you watch this first. Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest.
So, make sure you go to For Public Safety, subscribe to his channel, thumbs up. He's in, he's in the Harrison County Jail, which is on the other side of New Albany, Indiana. As you heard, he goes to court Monday. I don't know if it's on his expedition or what. It's just JJ trying to get even with Chris, exposing the bad things JJ did. Well, they gonna come after my ass? Please help Chris out for public safety. Watch his videos. And you can see some stuff in Meade County, Clark County, and other counties around. But I thought he lived in Clark County, but he lives in Harrison County. So, please donate to his channel. He needs your help. He needs it bad, because if he gets down to Meade County, they would kill him down there. You're the jailer. Them inmates will do anything for a price. So, please donate. Let's get him out of jail. Let's get the FBI involved. Let DOJ get involved. Get the news media there in Louisville, Kentucky, do a story of it. Because Meade County is a crooked county. Please share this with people. Let's help for public safety. I keep you all up on any updates when Tiffany comes live or something like that. So let's support Chris. He didn't go there as a reporter or anything. He went down to Meade County to get some paperwork. And you see where him and Tiffany got the hell beat out of them down there. So Kentucky don't put up with no bullshit. So let's help Chris out for public safety. Go to his videos. Subscribe to his channel. You know, if that means less people for me, that's okay. You know, he just went there to get some paperwork. Watch his videos. You see, I'm telling you the truth. So, you know, I'm letting you know about it because I've never met Chris personally. He's in Harrison County. That puts him 30 to 40 miles away from me. You know, I'm in Clark County. He's in Harrison County. New Albany's in Floyd County. And the next place is Harrison County. Then I think Crawford County. So let's help Chris out, people. DOJ, come on, let's help him, DOJ. You know Meade County, Kentucky is crooked. You know, I forget what his lawyer name is. I want to say Cox, but I don't think it right. But you can look at for public safety videos, and you'll have his lawyer and all that and his name. So let's help him out. He's an Indiana person. He's not really an auditor, you could say. But he exposed corruption. He didn't go there as an auditor to Meade County. He went there, as Tiffany said, to get public records for court. And they ended up giving him a bunch of bullcrap. That's Kentucky. And Meade County's down there where the KKK is. And they supposed to support the police department. No. They're there harassing Chris. You see that. Those is KK members. I recognize some of them from years ago, and some of the ladies when the KKK came to Charlestown when I lived up in government housing. So, come on, let's help Chris out. Let's get the DOJ involved. Let's get the FBI involved. Because Meade County is corrupt. The sheriff is corrupt. JJ, the jailer, is corrupt. I think the sheriff should be in charge of the jail, not somebody who you elected. You know, that's how it is in Indiana. In Indiana, the sheriff runs the jail. You know, I'm glad we're not a commonwealth like Kentucky. You know, I'm glad I live in Indiana. So, let's support Chris and Tiffany. Let's get Chris out of jail. Oh, it's in Meade County, Kentucky. Let's get the news media involved. Like I said, I don't know Chris personally. Only been watching his video for maybe 3 months, something like that, maybe longer. And I like what Chris does, exposing the corruption in Clark County. The ex-sheriff of Clark County, Jamie Noel. There's a few other people, so please support his channel. If you can spare the few dollars, you know, his bond probably be, I don't know what bonds is in Kentucky. You better expect somewhere between 5,000 to 100,000. But raise hell about it, but do that respectfully. Because Chris's life in Meade County, when he gets there, probably Monday or Tuesday, his life is in danger. And DOJ needs to get involved in that. So, if you know how to get in touch with him, file a complaint with him. Have him help Chris out. Like now, he's in Harrison County Jail in Indiana. And the way Tiffany talked, he goes to court Monday, I believe she said, on the expedition. And when he gets to Meade County, whoever transported him probably going to beat the shit out of him. So it'd be nice if Harrison County Sheriff's Department take pictures of him before they leave the jail. So please support his channel. You know, please help Chris out. However you can, by the FBI or DOJ. So let's help him out. Please help him. So that's an update for public safety. So please help Chris out. You know, from what I've seen, Chris being polite on all of his videos. You know, you seen a video with the sheriff, you know, Chris went down to Clark County Courthouse to get some paperwork. Always film where you're going, because that's your evidence. So, please support Chris. He needs your help as soon as possible. Meade County will kill him when he gets there. Or he'll get the hell beat out of him. Because then they could put more charges on him. Knowing JJ, he'd do anything to teach Chris a lesson. So, please support for public safety. Donate whatever you can. I got a feeling his bond gonna be high unless they owe him. You heard, because I'm live streaming it and that was recorded. I miss her notification, so will you please help him out? God wants you to help him out if you can. So God bless you. Peace, my friend. God bless you.